Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. We're taking a quick look here at Avalanche, seeing what's going on. This coin is still pulling back as expected, and it doesn't look like it wants to recover, but we're going to talk about a few reasons why it may or may not. Obviously, kind of identify a few key factors. So if you're just new to the channel, keep in mind I love to teach people to trade. Really hope you can learn something today. We're going to look at some back-end data here as well, kind of see what's going on with liquidation data. And then we'll jump into some positive stuff as well too, because again, it's not all doom and gloom, but we want to celebrate some good things and obviously just be realistic with potential negative too, right? Because if price can pull back at well, that's typically how it works. But there's a decent chance we could see that bounce off 42 being the lowest. So that being said, if we look at liquidation here, we got a ton of liquidation at about $45 at the upside, and then a moderate amount between 41 and 42. So if you're in the 41 to 42 range, you may want to consider taking some profits if you're already profitable. If you're in the red, you're probably trading incorrectly. I know it's easy to say now, of course, but generally speaking, you shouldn't be in a position where you're worried about liquidation because you're probably using too much of it. Okay. Again, just some simple advice, because again, with our community here, 5 to 10x leverage is the tops, right? So for example, we took a SKL trade, 110% in 2.5 trading days. That was profits taken yesterday. Okay, phenomenal. We also got some excellent profits here that were trades from a month ago, 102%. OP, 15 days, 143%. 29 days, ARB, 125. These are all able to happen because we don't use aggressive leverage. If that was a 10 to 20 to 30x leverage trade, those could have been liquidated. Okay, just know there's different ways to trade, and swing trading, it's a different art altogether. So try not to wear like a day trader's hat and a swing trader's hat at the same time. I get so many community members trying to do them both at the same time, and you can destroy your account. You want to have separate accounts, first of all, but second of all, make sure you're not trying to do two things at once, because swing trading is all about patience. If you're not a patient person, you probably shouldn't be trading in the first place. So, okay, let's take a look at the daily time frame here and work our way down. So when we talked about this previously, we were in a situation where the price action was retesting that 20-day SMA. Sorry, initially testing, not a retest. And then today here as well, getting closer. So $41 based on Fibonacci, well, not based on Fibonacci, just based on the most recent low, is the potential support level, or $40.50. But 41 is right where the moving average is. Okay, so it's important to know that that level isn't necessarily just a support. It's more so just an area in which the price action will either break above or below. So with us being above it, it's a good sign. The overall trend is still up, but we got to recognize there's some signs pointing down as well. Okay, a few of those being MACD divergence here. We're about 2 days into this, a little more aggressive today, letting us know the overall momentum has shifted somewhat bearishly. Same thing here as well with stochastic RSI. Money flow index is averaging at 70. That's good. We're seeing more money coming into the coin as the price comes down. That does imply that we have some support. However, RSI is coming down as well. So most of the indicators are telling us the price wants to pull back when the trend lines are telling us the price is in good shape. When that happens, you want to be kind of careful not to go too crazy with A, leverage, or B, too many positions at once, because at this point, it does look like the price wants to pull back, but it could very well bounce at any point too. Okay, so again, we got some decent support levels here. So let's clarify that. 43 is a support. We'll go ahead and pull that out here a little bit further. We had a previous resistance level on I think that was a 4-hour time frame at 42. So we'll pull that out as well, kind of pay attention to those levels. And it doesn't seem like we're in dire straits by any stretch, but again, we could be, I think we're in our ABC pattern right now, as a matter of fact. If I'm not mistaken, I recall looking at this previously where we are, we're pulling back here. So if this is the lowest point that the price goes in this downtrend, we could see the price come up to 0.5 or 0.618 and reject and come back down further. You could even argue that it's already done that, because we did kind of get this jump up to 45, but hypothetically 45 to 46, if the price travels into that range, we might see the price come back down afterwards. Okay, because again, ABC patterns are really, really common after you finish your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. Okay, and again, each wave is basically just extensions, higher lows, and then in this case, lower highs, lower highs. All right, so again, that's a potential reality. So we got to kind of just, I wouldn't say attach ourselves to that thought process, but we want to make sure that we're aware of it, okay? Again, you don't just like, when you're trading, you're not like, I'm a bull today, I'm a bear today. That's so stupid if you ever consider that. You can be overall bullish on certain things, but if you use emotion and let that factor in, it's a different story altogether, okay? So try not to be just kind of a ridiculous person. I'll put it nicely that way. All right, so 4-hour time frame, we are diverging on stochastic RSI. We're under 50 on the RSI officially. We have been roughly since Tuesday, which was yesterday, roughly at this actually about 36 hours have been bearish, so to speak. Because being below 50 on the RSI is a very, very common characteristic for coins that are moving down, okay? And that does work as a resistance level too, so be mindful of that as well, okay? So take a look here at the money flow index. Money flow index is looking pretty good at 35. So when I say looking good, it just means it looks like it's starting to bottom out, but it doesn't mean the price action isn't going to go any lower. So please be mindful of that. So again, a lot of conflicting information. We're below the 20 and the 50, but we're testing the 100 now for the moving averages. So these are all things that are contributing, both positive and negative. When I see these things, I steer clear of it. Again, I got a question earlier today. Hey, Crypto Cash, you haven't sent any signals in 3 trading days. Yeah, that's accurate. And the reason why is because we're waiting for the market to average itself out. Holiday weekends are one of the worst weekends to trade. And then on top of that, we got some year-end stuff too. A lot of times, with taxes, there's a lot of sell-off and stuff. To me, it's just not really the most appropriate scenarios here right now. So again, a coin like this that I'd love to normally trade is not giving me a buy signal for a long position. Is it giving me a sell signal? Let's talk about that. So on the hourly, is it worth selling this coin? Well, let's see. Ichimoku Cloud, we're below the cloud. Lagging span is now free and clear of the price action. Conversion line is below the baseline. This is a pretty solid indication that a short position might be much more viable than a long, okay? Now again, I'll probably never give a recommendation to short. It doesn't happen too often. Most of the time it's based on overextensions to the upside, not necessarily shorting the bottom. So if you're gonna short, again, consider using a tight stop loss, work within your risk tolerance, and please, for the love of God, lower leverage than you're used to using. Because I know you see all these megalomaniacs on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord just posting 1000x returns on a 500x leverage trade. It's probably not even a thing, but you get the idea, right? It's so ridiculous that it shouldn't even be a thing, but it is. Okay, try not to trust that. That's all I say. If you want safe, conservative profits, consider joining our premium group. But even if not, just start using that kind of strategy yourself. You're going to find yourself sustaining a lot more in the overall sense of things. So again, at this point, I do not have, again, it's not phenomenal news here, but it just is what it is. It does look like it wants to come back and pull back a little further. So again, I'll post my playout charts on my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, of course, just so you can kind of see what they look like here. And obviously, you do want to become a better trader. CryptoCash.tech is the site. Oh, very last thing too, of course, this is equally as important. So you need to have a good exchange that supports these types of things as well. Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, healthy rewards if you use my link to register. They have trailing stop losses, multiple profit targets, no KYC or VPN, of course, as well as the biggest benefit, but highly recommend them. Our community is loving them. Thank you again, Bitunix, for an awesome exchange. And if you want to benefit from these rewards before year end, highly recommend checking that out soon. Okay. All right, folks. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We will see you in the next one. Take care. Thanks again.